Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Ask Me Anything. I had a really great question come in this week on my Facebook page, Breaking Boundaries, and it was Michelle who actually asked me this question. She said, "What supplements do you take? I'm a beginner weightlifter. What supplements do you recommend? And do you think that supplements actually work? And is it worth spending all that money on pills and shakes?" And it's actually a really great question because people ask me this all the time. People are always really trying to get an edge on their fat loss and their fitness journey. And it's understandable because these products are marketed as such, as such a thing to kind of give you that edge and that one step ahead. And so, my answer to Michelle is that as a beginner athlete and a beginner weightlifter, I would not recommend any supplements other than possibly increasing your protein intake. And for the majority of people, you can usually increase your protein intake just by being aware and being more conscious of adding in more protein heavy foods. And for the most part, most people, I think I read a study that said most women only get 60 to 70 grams of protein per day. Now, if you look at what people are actually supposed to be getting, which is anywhere between zero point 0.8 grams per pound to 1.5 grams per pound, I usually like to just go with 1 gram of protein per pound of weight. And so that would be, say, you're 130 pounds, you would actually need 130 grams of protein every single day. Now, say that you're like most people who grossly underestimate the amount of protein that they're eating. You have 60 grams to 130 grams. There's a huge gap and room for improvement. So, first and foremost, I would try to increase your protein with food just by increasing those foods that you know that are higher protein. Chicken, fish, tuna, steak, cottage cheese, all those types of things that you probably already know that are heavy in protein, eat those things. Now, if you're still struggling to get 130 grams of protein in per day, that's when you can start supplementing with things like protein powder. And the protein powder that I use is called Naked Whey, and this is the only supplement that you will probably ever hear me market and advertise for because it's a product that I truly believe in 100%. It is an ingredient or a protein that has only 3 ingredients on the label, and it comes from a really trustworthy company actually in the U.S. And they have a lot of other supplements on their page. I can put a link in this YouTube video so that you guys can actually get a link to the website and order some protein powder if you want. It's one of the only protein powders that I will use because it's actually very clean for your body. Most protein and supplement companies don't regulate the amount of chemicals and fillers that are actually in the protein. So it's really nice to be taking a quality protein supplement. So if you're going to take some protein, make sure you know where it's coming from and you know the kind of quality that you're actually getting. But as far as other supplements that you'll hear about, maybe like creatine or BCAAs or fat burners, you really don't need those kind of supplements until you are more of an elite athlete or until you are doing more bodybuilding type programming and you're actually trying to get ready and lean down for a competition. Those types of things really aren't super necessary until you start worrying about increasing your performance if you're going to be doing some competitions or you're trying to really lean down your physique if you're doing like a physique or a bodybuilding competition. For most average Joes and most people that are really just trying to go and lose some weight, fat burners and BCAAs and creatine really is not necessary. A good, clean diet with a great training program is actually what's going to be the best and most effective for most people. Now, if we're talking about diet shakes and detox pills and things of that nature, I'm going to be honest, my opinion of those is very low. And any kind of program that is going to tell me that I need to drink a detox shake for 2 weeks and not eat or skip meals and drink these shakes and take pills that make me have to go to the bathroom, I'm going to tell you is not worth the money. That's just my honest opinion. And most people will lose weight drinking those kinds of shakes and those pills, but honestly, who wouldn't lose weight if you are skipping meals, if you're only drinking liquid shakes and you're taking out all of the sodas and the candies and the treats that you normally would be eating? Of course you're going to lose a few pounds. So to me, I just don't really think it's effective, and I don't think it's worth it. You're going to end up gaining more weight back once you come off of those types of things. So, to me, honestly, just learning how to create a healthy and fat loss friendly diet is going to be the key. And if you need some help doing that, then you and I can work together to try to figure something like that out. But please don't go and waste money on detoxes and diet pills and fat burners and things like that. So that's my answer for the Ask Me Anything episode this week. I hope that really helped you guys out. And remember to always feel free to ask me any question, and I'll answer it here. Thanks.